In today's session, we are going to discuss about what is time complexity, why we need to calculate time complexity, and at the end we are going to see one simple example how to calculate a time complexity. The time complexity of an algorithm is the total amount of time required by an algorithm to complete its execution. It's really very difficult to compute the time complexity in terms of physically clocked time. In a multi-user system, the execution time varies depends on many factors like system load, number of other programs running in that particular system, then based on the instruction set and based on speed of that underlying hardware. So we are using frequency count to calculate the time complexity. What is frequency count? Frequency count is a count denoting number of times that particular statement is executed. Consider this example. Here we have one for loop statement. This for loop contains initialization, condition checking and increment operator. So frequency count is how many times each instruction is executed. For example, how many times I equal to 0 is executed, how many times I less than n is executed, and how many times that increment operator is executed. For each instruction we are calculating the frequency count, and at the end we sum up all the frequency count to get the total time complexity. See this initialization statement I equal to 0. So this initialization statement is executed only one time. Initially the statement is executed. After that the condition checking and increment operator is keep on executing till the condition goes fails. So in this table I noted that frequency count for I equal to 0 will be 1. Next is condition checking, that is I less than n. We are going to calculate the frequency count for I less than n. So assume your n value will be 3. So we are going to find how many times this looping statement is executed. First we are checking whether 0 less than 3 is true or not. Yeah, this will be true. So this will enter inside the statement sum equal to sum plus ai. Then again it will enter to increment operator. So now I value will be incremented to 1. Now we are going to check 1 less than 3. Yes, condition true. Similar way again we are going to check 2 less than 3. Yes, condition true. Similar way again we are going to check 3 less than 3. Here condition failed. If our n value is 3, then the statement is executed 4 times. That is 3 plus 1 times. So I make it as a general term as n plus 1. For this decision making statement I less than n is executed n plus 1 times. So the frequency count for the statement I less than n is n plus 1. The next is increment operator. Now we are going to find how many times this increment operator is executed. Assume if your n value is 3, this statement is executed 3 times. That is our initial I value 0 is incremented to 1, then again 1 is incremented to 2, then again 2 is incremented to 3. So if n is 3, then the statement is executed 3 times. So frequency count for this increment operator is n. Next we need to find the frequency count for the statement sum equal to sum plus ai. So for this statement, the frequency counts depends on I value. We are calculating some value till I value is less than n. If I is equal to n, then the entire for loop is terminated. Assume n equal to 3. We all know the initial I value is 0. So it will check the condition 0 less than 3. Yes, the condition is true. So it will enter inside the for loop. Inside the for loop we have a statement sum equal to sum plus ai. So here we are calculating some value, sum plus a of 0. Then we are storing the result to the variable sum. So after that I value is incremented to 1. Then it will check the condition 1 less than 3. Yes, condition true. So again it will enter inside the for loop, and again we are calculating the sum equal to sum plus a of 1. Here we are taking the previous sum value plus a of 1 value. Then we are storing the result to the variable sum. Now I value is incremented to 2, 2 less than 3, yes, condition true. So again we are calculating sum equal to sum plus a of 2. After that I value is incremented to 3, 3 less than 3, condition failed. If n equal to 3, then the statement is executed 3 times. So the general term is n. Now we sum up all these frequency count to find the total time complexity. So I sum up 1 plus n plus 1 plus n plus n. That could be equal to 3n plus 2. So we usually denote a time complexity in terms of big O notation. So in this total frequency count 3n plus 2, I am going to neglecting the constant 3 and 2. So for this for loop, the time complexity is big O of n. Another important thing we have to remember is, in this total, if we have a lower order term, we have to neglect lower order term also. We need to consider only higher order terms. We are going to neglecting constants as well as lower order terms. So finally we calculated the time complexity is big O of n.